On Saturday, both the men and women's cross-country team competed in the NAIA Great Lakes Challenge. First, the men started off in the 38-team race. The Panthers were led by Dusty Prescott, who finished 54th overall at 26:32.79. Dustin Brummel and Brandon George were right behind him, finishing 70th and 71st overall at a time of 26:45.53 and 26:45.97. After the race, we interviewed Dusty on his performance.
Ready? I was here with Dusty Prescott after a good race at the NAIA Great Lakes Challenge. Dusty, just talk about the preparation that goes into racing such a big meet against 38 teams that were here today.
Mainly just focus on rest, eating right throughout the week. That's basically it. Workouts are key, but it's more resting and recovery than anything, and kind of finding your spot on the line, knowing where you want to go at the start, and just make sure you don't run into any holes, really.
What does it mean to race against such great competition? You got some of the top-ranked teams in the country here all at one place today.
It puts some nerves in you, definitely, and it kind of lights a fire under you at the same time, because you're fighting for that top 25 spot, or within the top 25 in the nation for teams in order to go to nationals. So you kind of look at that, you see which ones are in your conference, and kind of opens up your eyes where you'll go at conference, and also kind of where you place in the nation. We were hoping for a top 10. I'm not sure if we got there or not today.
And then this is the same course you guys race in a couple weeks for the WAC championships.
Yep.
You're really familiar with this course, but how do you take this day to prepare for the next couple weeks?
Basically look at what our times were, how the course conditions were. It wasn't too muddy, surprisingly, with all the rain and stuff. It doesn't really hold water out here, so that's not something to worry about. It's more so just looking at making sure you get good rest and stuff throughout the next couple weeks and recover well.
Shortly following the men's race, the women started on their 5K. The Panthers were led by Kelsee Vanderbaan, who finished 114th overall with a time of 20:08.73. Stacy Barron was second for the team in the effort, finishing 132nd at 20:17.02. After both races, we talked to our head coach, Scott Cook, on the race and how this could help his team out in the near future.
Here with head coach Scott Cook. Scott, big meet today, 38 teams. Both teams performed pretty well. What do you say about the size of the meet? How many different athletes are here today?
38 teams, so probably averaging about 10 teams, so well over 300 athletes. Makes it difficult sometimes to race, because you gotta weave your way in and out of traffic, but that's racing. The national meet has a similar number, so it's a good experience.
And then the men's team started off today. Dusty Prescott led the Panthers today with the best time. What can you say about your senior? He's been battling some injuries so far this year, but he performed well today.
Yeah, for him it's been just little nagging things one after another, which happens when you train at a high level, when you're running 70, 80, up to 90 miles a week. It's just part of the sport. So for him, it's just getting better every week. You know, this week we didn't even run in spikes at the meet. We ran in flats, so just as a precaution to stay healthy. So, and hopefully be ready in 2 weeks.
And on the women's side, you guys have seen a lot of different numbers step up this year. Stacy, Kelsee, Emily, Jamie, just so many different runners have placed well for you. Today you're led by Kelsee. Talk about what Kelsee's meant to the team and just the balance of this year's team.
Well, the balance is huge, because no matter who's having a bad day, someone's going to step up. It's such a good training group. They get to push each other every day. If someone's feeling a little off, you know, maybe they don't have to tow the load as much, so they can just follow. So that's huge for any cross-country team, especially with our women.
And you guys are back here in a couple weeks for the WAC championships, pretty much what you're gearing up for all year long. What can you take from today's race into 2 weeks from now?
Well, pretty much everyone at the conference meet was here today, except for maybe one team. So you can really see where you'd stack up. If today was conference, who'd make it to nationals, what you have to do to improve. Look for people that we need to run with and be able to pick off. Sometimes in a big meet, it's hard to find people you need to beat, but